Hello and welcome to Is Gaming Worth It, the channel where we look at personal preferences and objective math to figure out whether or not today's games are worth the price point. Today we're going to be looking at God of War, a little bit of an older one that's just been released on PC, available for $50 on both Steam and the Epic Games Store. Why you would buy something on the Epic Games Store when it's on Steam is beyond me, but anyway, God of War is a sequel/reboot thing of the hit hack-and-slash games from the early 2000s, developed by Santa Monica Studio, directed by the amazing Cory Barlog, and of course, published by Sony. Surprisingly, this was originally a first-party exclusive PlayStation game, but is finally being ported to PC after 4 years. If you're just here for the math, skip to the timestamp on screen, but for the pros and cons, stick around. Listen, I doubt you don't know this considering, you're watching this video, but God of War is a masterpiece. It's an excellent action-adventure game with absolutely insane visuals and a pretty stellar story. It's the adventure of a lifetime and was originally a must-play for those with PlayStations, but the demographic just opened up. IGN's Jonathan Dornbush gave the game a 10 out of 10, citing a simple but outstanding story, upheld by some truly deep and realistic characters. But that certainly doesn't mean the combat's lacking behind. It's definitely far different from the original games on the PS2, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Instead of a hack and slash, God of War 2018 is an over-the-shoulder, third-person action game with upgradable armor and an upgradable, iconic weapon, the Leviathan Axe. The satisfying nature of this combat, paired with the journey undertaken by Kratos and his son, carry an expedition into becoming something truly memorable, and one of those experiences that is so unique to gaming as a medium. And if you don't believe me, I'll go over some review scores. As mentioned before, IGN, 10 out of 10, Polygon, 10 out of 10, Games Radar, 5 out of 5. Destructoid, 10 out of 10, Game Revolution, 10 out of 10, GameSpot, 9 out of 10, Game Informer, 9.75 out of 10. Also in 2018, God of War won Game of the Year from the British Academy Games Awards, The Blade, CNET, Destructoid, DICE Awards, Empire, Entertainment Weekly, G1, The Game Awards, Game Developers Choice Awards, Game Informer, Game Revolution, Games Radar Plus, IGN, Nerdist, New York Game Awards, Polygon, Push Square, Slap Magazine, Time Magazine, Variety, and VideoGamer.com. Oh yeah, and it won IGN's user-based competition for the best game of all time. For an average, let's check out the Metacritic real quick, with a crazy good critic score of 94 and a user score of 9.2. It's exceptionally hard to get, and you have so many trolls on that side. So, if I was you, considering you're pretty obviously, interested about the game, I'd check it out. Anyway, let's get what you're all here for, the math. Now, How Long to Beat lists the main story at 21 hours on average, but by their own standards, that's literally only doing the main story and nothing else. Also, these are all user-based, so can't be trusted completely, and even honest submissions may misunderstand the different categories. Main plus extra means very different things to different people, so main story is a little more reliable. Sony's own website lists the main story at 20 to 25 hours, and with all the data that we've collected, I think it's safe to put God of War's average completion time at 25 hours. With the cost of $50, this math becomes really simple. 50 divided by 25, leading to a rough pay of $2 an hour for this game. If you're a completionist, however, it's a little closer to $1 an hour, but you still have to remember, this score is not exact at all, and price is one of the lowest factors in deciding whether or not a game is worth it for you. This game can be replayed however many times you want, and you can spend as much time as you want doing nothing, if that's what floats your boat. But if you want to play the game and put it away forever, and see how that works out, $2 an hour is your price point. So $2 an hour, pretty reasonable actually, considering the masterpiece that this game is. Personally, I highly recommend checking this one out, available on Steam and the Epic Games Store today. It's a masterpiece and we really need to support the PC port as much as possible, so more and more PlayStation games make their way over to PC. Anyway, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on God of War and if you personally think it's worth it. All my socials are in the description, and thank you for watching Is Gaming Worth It? I'll see you next time where we'll be covering Nintendo's next big first party game, Pokemon Legends Arceus. See ya.